Okay, hello everyone, and welcome back. Y'all, you should be watching this before Monday's class. This is day 6. We're still looking at shapes of data displays. But today we're going to talk about skew, it's called. Right, today's essential question: how does the skew of data affect the shape of its display? Y'all remember, we've been comparing shapes of a couple different data displays. That's what we did the last couple days. Well, now we're going to look at how the skew, or the tail, of data affects its displays. Now, the shape of data could be symmetric, and we've looked at that. Right? Both tails are the same size and length. Half of the data, it's close to a mere reflection of the other half. The data are evenly spread on both sides of the center. You see how this is symmetric? And both sides look the same. And we kind of talked about this. When this happens, when it's symmetric or close to being symmetric, the mean and the median and the mode, in this case, are basically the same. If it's perfectly symmetric, then yes, they're exactly the same. But you can think of it as they're all very close to being the same. When one tail of data is longer than the other, all right, when we make a data display for a set of data, and the data is skewed like this, where there's a long tail that tails away from the cluster of data. All right, it's unevenly spread on either side of the center. It's unevenly spread. We call it skewed, okay, when it has one tail is longer than the other. If the tail goes to the left, then we say it's skewed left. If the tail goes to the right, then we say it's skewed right. This data here has a tail going off to the left. All right, the cluster of data, it clusters up on this side, but it tails off to the left. This is left skewed. This one again tails off to the right. The higher numbers on this side, it tails off to the higher numbers. This one is skewed right. A very important concept here. When a set of data is skewed, the mean of the data, the average, is pulled away from the median toward the tail. Again, the mode is the one that occurs the most often. The median is pulled a little bit away here from the mode because of these extra data points over here. You see, remember the median is just the value in the middle of the data when we list them all in order. All right, there's just as many points along this tail here as there are in the cluster grouping that makes it real high right here. But the mean is different. Remember the mean, we actually add up each of these values and divide about how many there are. So the mean is pulled higher toward the tail, away from the median, okay? Guys, if all the data in a set, it occurs at about the same frequency. All the different data points occur about as often as the rest. We call that uniform, okay? You kind of have a flat top to the display. Not perfectly flat necessarily, all right, but it doesn't have a tail. It doesn't have a hump at all. Now, y'all, when a set of data looks like this, it has two different modes, or two different groupings that clusters up together. It's called bimodal. All right, sometimes I put a hyphen in between them, and I'll put one. Yep, sometimes we call that bimodal. Okay, just keep that in mind. It has two modes. All right, y'all, that's it. Please complete the homework assessment. It's in the purple folder. And just so you know, the warm-up for tomorrow, we're going to match 5 vocabulary words with their definition. All right, that's it. Thanks for watching.